guys, Todd Falcone here in my office again with another video, and just wanted to look, if business isn't going good, here's what I found. Check this out. When business isn't going so good and you don't like the way your check is trending or the direction that it's heading, and you're like freaking out, you know what I'd look at? I'd look at like, how much activity have you actually done? Now I know this is kind of crazy. How much activity you've actually done in terms of like outgoing activity or outgoing phone calls, in other words, how many people are you connecting with? How many people are you engaging with in conversation? How many people are you talking to about your product, your service, your business? Now, most of you guys know that I use this thing, and let me unfold the page here. It's an Adams S1185. That's the code name, if you will. It's a call log is what it is. And I have phone calls in there, and actually what's interesting, and I find this myself, I mean, this is not an epiphany, but it's like, look, if you want your check to go up, if you want to have more appointments, more meetings, more sign-ups, more people joining, more energy, more excitement, more of stuff, it's like make more calls. More calls means more money. Make more contacts means more money. So for me, it's the same thing. Like in my business and in your business and everybody's business, it's all about like, hey, how many people am I connecting to? How many people am I talking to? How many people am I presenting my business to? How many times am I showing the plan, right? And it's not like brain surgery. It's not like some magical, mystical, crazy, oh, I don't understand. It's like, look, you know that if you've been in a cranking mode in the past, how that feels. Like there's an energy that takes place when you're making calls and you're getting stuff done. And then when you let that phase off a little bit and then you kind of get into not really being in primary production mode, you likely also know how that feels as well. And then sometimes we can get stuck in that space and be like, ugh. But if you get back into it, like I made a point personally for me in 2014, I am on the gas, like pedal to the metal and on it. And just in the first, now what is it, the 13th of the month? I mean, the amount of activity, the amount of connections, the amount of stuff, the amount of business booked in the first, I really didn't even start till like the 5th or the 6th of the month. The amount of activity that's happened, and then, by the way, that's in the midst of me getting ready to do a full-blown remodel on my house. Now, I'm not doing the work, but somebody is, but I'm still meeting with my builder and doing all the stuff, carpets, paint, blah, 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 all this stuff. In the middle of all that, I'm still pedal to the metal. So, don't like where you're going, don't like the way it's moving, get busy, start making, and you guys have heard me talk about all the time, like double digits a day, keep the commission checks on their way, Dropbox on a piece of paper. How many new people have you talked to today about your product, about your service, about your business? That makes the difference. So I'm just telling you, you don't like where you're going, you don't like the way things are heading, look at what kind of activity that you've had in the last week, the last 2 weeks. That's going to be a telltale sign of how well you're doing. So that's all I got. We'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.